Coming up next, we have the men's 110 hurdles. No Kyle Vanderkuyt tonight. Here's the lineup. Men's 110 hurdles, Andrew Cameron lane 1, Stuart Anderson in 2, Chris Ingram in 3, Tim Ewen in lane 4. Big chance for the young South Aussie tonight. Adam Dory in lane 5, David Rose in lane 6, Jagan Hames in 7, and Ashley Mahoney in lane 8. But Jane, a great chance for Tim Ewen to win himself an Optus Grand Prix 110 hurdles event.
In fact, it is. It's interesting to have a look in this race. There are 3 South Australian born and bred athletes that would be ranked number 1, 2 and 3 on personal bests. And funnily enough, Jagan Hames, the decathlete, has the best personal best time at 13.91, although he's not quite in that form at this stage. And you would expect Tim Ewen, who finished second to Kyle Vanderkuyt in Canberra, to come through and win.
Well, Tim's been second in Canberra, second in Hobart, and third in Perth so far this summer.
And Kyle Vanderkuyt having a rest from this evening's meet. Of course, there's a Grand Prix meet in every capital city other than Darwin, so these athletes go around and do the circuit, and many times they will opt not to compete in 1 or 2 of them and save themselves up for other meets towards the end of the season. Our national championships, of course, will be seen on Fox Sport in a couple of weeks' time, where they'll be held at the Olympic Stadium out at Homebush. Give everyone a taste of what they'll be after.
Andrew Cameron in lane 1, Queenslander. Didn't finish in Hobart. Finished 8th in the Grand Prix in Perth. In lane 2, another of the Queenslanders, Chris Ingram. In fact, sorry, Stuart Anderson in lane 2. Chris Ingram's in lane 3. Stuart Anderson was 3rd in the Queensland Championships. Chris Ingram, there he is, in lane 3. Made the final of the National Championships last year. Tim Ewen, 2nd in Canberra, 2nd in Hobart, and 3rd in Perth. Just the 11th Aussie to go under 14 seconds for the 110 hurdles. In lane 5 is Adam Dory, another good young talent, just 19 years of age. David Rose in lane 6. He finished 3rd in the National Championships last year. Jagan Hames in lane 7. Won the gold medal in KL in the decathlon. Lane 8, Ashley Mahoney, who was a finalist in the National Championships last year. But with no Kyle Vanderkuyt, there's the favourite, number 62, Tim Ewen.
10 flights of hurdles at 3'6" each.
2 misses against the American.
They're very high, those hurdles.
110 metre hurdles.
Go and stand next to one and they are deceptively high. Kyle Vanderkuyt,
on your marks,
naturally the Australian record holder, having been in World Championship finals and Olympic finals. Our best performed ever sprint hurdler.
And Colin Jackson, who is a pretty good friend of Kyle's, holds the meet record here, Jane, 13.22.
Pretty good athlete too, that man. World record holder, world champion a couple of times.
set.
Away, Ewen got out very fast here. Hames was also away well, and Mahoney's right up there, but Ewen in front. Anderson's going with him. Hames is right up there, and so's Mahoney with Rose. It's Ewen in front of Rose and Mahoney, though, and Tim Ewen's going to win. David Rose second, Ashley Mahoney third, and the time 14.07.
Very, very still evening here tonight. We've had pretty much zero wind on most of our sprint races. In fact, we have got a 0.0 wind on that. Had that same on the sprints.
Well, the A qualifier is 13.70. As we watch the action again, Rose got out fast in lane 6. He was right with Ewen the whole way. In fact, the two South Aussies shared the lead with Stuart Anderson and Ashley Mahoney.
A few being knocked over there. Terribly difficult to keep your rhythm going when you knock the hurdles. You can see these men don't actually have a normal running pattern between. They really have to cut their strides and use mostly their lower legs to sprint between the hurdles.
So a comfortable win for Tim Ewen, as we expected, as we see him in action here front on. Number 62 alongside him is Adam Dory, who's also been in good form this season. He'd be disappointed with his run tonight. Not a big man, Tim Ewen, Jane.
No, but he has very good technique, and you have to when you're that height. Sprint hurdling. A lot of the sprint hurdlers are very tall because of the height of the hurdles, which means, as I said before, when they're cutting their strides, they have to do so even more. It's quite an unnatural movement between the hurdles, and many times they won't sprint in normal 100-metre races because it gets them out of the technique that they need to use in the hurdles. But very, very balanced there.
Adam Dory not handling the last two well, nor Chris Ingram. As we go to the women's pole vault this evening, we check the result for the men's 110 hurdles, and Tim Ewen first in 14.06, David Rose second, 14.28, Ashley Mahoney third in 14.31. Adam Dory fourth, 14.47. But right now we're going to head down to Tim Sheridan. He's with another Tim Ewen.
Tim, I know you wouldn't be one to shirk a contest, but it must be nice to have Kyle out of town.
Yeah, I guess it's nice to get a win, but would have been good to have Kyle here. Keeps that pressure on. With him, it's kind of nice. Relieves the pressure a bit. You can just run and stay relaxed.
Your big objective, obviously, is a 13.7.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've competed a hell of a lot in the last couple of months, ever since January, so it's solid, but there's still not that little edge, still that edge to come. Hopefully Nationals, maybe Sydney. Yeah.
You've snuck yourself under 14 seconds, but to get down to that Olympic A qualifying time, what do you need to do with your race?
Just hit it properly. I mean, even though I've had decent races, still hasn't hit it the way I want to. I mean, this was probably the best, the most relaxed, probably because Kyle wasn't there, but got to run like that with Kyle there, pushes me along a bit and I'll get there fast time, so, you know, it'll come.
Yeah. You got good technique, our commentators were saying. It's just a matter of what? Increasing your speed between the hurdles and just staying relaxed.
Yeah, basically. I think it's just the sharpness over the first few. That's where Kyle tends to get away from me a bit, the first three hurdles. Need to get that a little bit sharper. My running in between's pretty good. Just got to, yeah, keep working.
Tim, when you're on the cusp of an Olympic dream, you know, you've got to run faster to get that chance to be in Sydney. How's your mental state, just quickly?
Yeah, pretty good. Staying pretty relaxed about it all. I mean, if it doesn't come in the next few months, it's not meant to come now. I'll just keep working hard and wait for it.
Okay, mate. Congratulations and thanks a lot.
Thanks.